like our time is already over, I guess. So here we have only 2 minutes. So now I want to play with you last but not least time, which is related for the creative thinking. Here you see the cup, dear participants, out and dear parents. I would just to ask you, could you just tell me for what we can use this cup? Just look at this cup and you can write anything just use your creative thinking. Let's just make a brainstorming. Think of what we can use this, what you can use for this. For the like this cup, what we should, what this game is developing some creative thinking. So drinking coffee, pot, drinking an art object, coffee, drawing circles, for an experiment, drinking coffee, flowers, okay, storing something, drawing arts, okay. So nice try. A microphone to give some echo. Okay. Drinking coffee, putting something, drinking tea. Okay. So I would really recommend you to play this game with your kids as well. So what you should do basically is just you put this, and then you can. I would recommend you to put some super basic object. It should be as simple as possible. And then you are asking kids to say for what this can be used. It can be plate, fork, spoon, whatever, anything you want. So here is some examples of mine. So first, you just put it and you give time, and then it can be used as an art object just for drawing, as a handicraft, and then you can use it as a waste to put some flowers, and then you can just store inside the floor, inside the cup floor or anything. And then you can use it to shape some ice. You just put water inside and put it in the fridge, and then once you get the huge piece of ice. And then you can use it to serve an ice cream, and then you can use it to do the cup brownie, and then to catch a mouse, and so on. So here is other games as well, dear participants, what we can use. Now I just want to share with you some of our participants some of the participants are asking to give some activities for the emotional development. So our time is already over. So those who want to leave, it's okay. But those who want to get the game for the emotional development as well. So I'll just to share with you. So here is some art therapy work. Of course, we are not, we can't become art therapists just by doing these things. But here is some recommendation and games from activities from art therapy. What you should do, especially for the adolescents, you just take the piece of paper and ask them to draw. What do you think if your life would be a game? How you would perceive it? So everybody's sitting on a table and you, like all of the family are meeting together, and then everybody is drawing. So I just want to make stress once more. It's really important for you to do these things together as a team, not just to give the kids a program and then you just doing your own stuff at home. You do these activities together. You're doing it together. So you are asking, my life is like a game, and you are doing some just drawing. And in art therapy, you don't force them like you should complete your drawing. Just go on, and you shouldn't say. For example, just imagine if your life was just like a basketball or just golf and so on. They should draw anything they want, and by the end, you would just ask them. When we complete it, you start first. For example, after my life, I think that my life is just like basketball, because sometimes you should because my life is very active, and sometimes you should like run faster so that you will win in your life, and sometimes you get that passes, sometimes you don't, but you should still keep working, keep running, and so on. So anything. And when the kids are sharing, you can get that insight, and you can, especially for the adolescents, it's hard for them to share their feelings. Most of them are just keeping their like worries inside them. So when you are doing these kind of things, they can share with you more than you have asking from them just with in basic conversation. So what we are doing is just playing, is just doing that. And I remember that when we've given this activity for one family, they would say that their child said, I don't know which game, but it should be the game where I would play by myself. It will be just individual game because I want to rule my life. I feel that I don't have that freedom I need. I feel like everybody's trying to control me, but here I just want some freedom and so on. But actually, the kids are telling to you through this activity what they want to tell you directly. But since they, sometimes they are hiding their feelings and so on, just by this, you can try to get that thing. So here's some variations. My life like a mountain, like fire, river, and so on. And the last thing I would recommend for you is just effective listening. So what you do for the effective listening and what we can do. Please, what we can do, the first thing is that this activity I've learned from mindfulness. I got the training from Marilyn Atkinson on mindfulness and about being conscious about things that happening in your life, about being here and now. So here is just one. So here is just one activity which you should do. Basically, I want you to do this activity first between spouses, with your husband or your wife, and then try it with the kids. And this program and this activity should be done individually. So basically what you do, you sit with your partner and you take your timer and then ask them, please tell me anything you want. So you ask them to tell anything. You put the timer and you are telling them, I will listen to you for the 2 minutes. And they can tell you anything. They can talk about things that happening in their life, about their worries, about their work, about their friends, about the TV show they're watching now, anything. You shouldn't interrupt them. You should just listen and try to catch as much information you can. Not like, oh, really? Can you tell about that more and anything? You can't ask any question. You just listen to them very attentively. And after they finish, after 2 minutes, when the time is over, you're telling, I was listening to you and it was really interesting. Now I want to share with you what I understand from what you've mentioned just right now. So as far as I understood, so what you should repeat exactly what they have mentioned before. Not like, for example, sometimes I feel myself worthless. It's not like I was listening to you attentively and I understand that you're a loser. We are not doing that. We are telling only the things which they said just before. And once you have repeated, once you've made a reflection, you are telling your partner, was there something wrong which I mentioned? Do you want me to change something? And your partner should say, oh, I'm really thankful, everything was all right. Or they can say, yes, everything was not right, but you just skipped one point. Actually, you said that I'm disappointed. I'm not disappointed, I'm just tired. And then this is about conscious listening. Sometimes we have that poor listening skills. And according to the research, to raise a happy kids, the strongest tool for that is just strong communication, just listening and talking, and this should be conscious. And you're doing the same thing with your kids. And I want to share with you last story which I had on my training with the founder of this of Wiseful, Süleyman, Professor Dr. Süleyman Gümüşsoy. We've made a training, and there was one family. They drive 300 kilometers just to attend their training. The training was in Kazakhstan, and then he said that your training was really useful, but the most touching part of this training was just listening part. Because during this, I've tried to your seminar with my son, and he's 26 years old, and I'm already already 60 years old, and I have realized that during my life, during like my child is 26 years old, he's not child anymore, but I was not listening to him at all for his whole 26 years. For the whole 26 years, I was just telling to him, you should be like this, you should work more, you should study more, you should do that and everything. I've never knew what was inside him. So it was really hard for me to listen for him for 2 minutes without interrupting him. So dear participants, thank you very much for your attending to the seminar. I hope it was useful for you, and I hope that you will try your best to become the best parent for your kids. Kids don't need the parents who want them to be successful. Kids need the parents who really love them, support them, and let them just blossom within the potential they have. So don't force them. Don't expect them to make your own dream become true. Just love them, give them time, and play a lot, because these kids are not playing, they're playing only virtual games. So play more, talk more, and I'm really especially make time for your spouses as well. You are not just father, and you are not just mother for cooking and nursing. If you have good relationship with each other, kids will feel that atmosphere, and they will just start blossoming. So just make the time, and I hope it will be useful for you all. Take care, and I would really be thankful for you all if you will just do it and share your own experience on our page. So we have just page on our Instagram, and you would just play these games and say it was useful, we've tried this game or that game. So thank you very much, we wish you good luck. So here with you was Weisful International Psychological Center of Training and Coaching. So good luck for you all, please take care. So love your kids, the best medicine for the kids is love. Take care, bye.